Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. Once again, so welcome back to the channel. Today we're interesting to the 5th episode of Symphogear GX. This one's titled Edgeworks. I'm not quite sure where that's going for it, but works makes me think we are going to be working towards Project Ignite and the manufacturing of new Symphogear units with the power of alchemy. I guess that makes the most sense now, since we don't have any Symphogears. Like, we literally do not have any functioning Symphogears anymore. So, thanks to, what was their name? Elf9? Yep, Elf9. We have come up with the idea of Project Ignite to create, from the looks of things, 2 Symphogear units with the power of alchemy for each evil, for Chris, and Amino Hibikiri for Tsubasa. We're going to have to get those pretty soon because, well, we literally have no Symphogear units, so if the Alkanoids attack an objective, which they haven't done yet, or if Carol and the autoscorers move on something else, we have no real ways of intervening. But it's kind of interesting how the target for the autoscorers and the Alkanoids has always been Symphogear users, and neutralizing them. And it has to be neutralizing them whilst they're singing. And I'm not quite sure what the significance necessarily of that is. Because if they just wanted to take out the Symphogears, kill the person that has the Symphogear, take it and destroy it. It seems either they have a lack of understanding of Symphogears and exactly how they work, they are naive in assuming there's no way they could ever remake them, or there's something else important about destroying them whilst they're in use. Just considering how there's some lines here and there that really kind of stand out, and I'm like, is there meant to be more from them? Because it's like, they're all about, like, taking their song from them, and it's like, completely crushing their will to sing, I guess, is part of it. And I guess by destroying it whilst they're singing, that's meant to be achieving that, but I still feel like the most efficient way of snuffing out someone's song is to just kill them. Like, you can't sing if you're dead, right? So, I find it interesting how there's that limitation on it, and why they're going that way about it. They want to neutralize the Symphogears, but they don't want to... They're not willing to... Well, they are killing for it, because they've sucked all the memories out of people in order to awaken Mika, and I'm assuming they've been doing this to awaken all the other autoscorers to this point. Unless Mika was the only one that needed this, but I think everyone needed it. So Gary was the first made, given this ability, and then can awaken the other 3 that were made. Why Carol decided to make 4, I do not know. How she came to build these, or want to build these, we don't quite know either. There's a lot more to it to explain. We're not even halfway through the series, so there's a lot of information we're still missing here. We're planning to use the Dying Slave in all this as well. I forget specifically the lines they were mentioning about the Dying Slave, but the equivalent exchange and enchanting aspect of it is apparently coming into play. So I'm going to guess we're going to have to use that in some way to help manufacture these new Symphogear units. I wonder how different of a look they're going to end up being compared to our current ones. I'm assuming they're going to be fairly similar because, well, it's still the same relic that's fundamentally being used. But I'm going to guess because of the alchemical influence, they're going to have a bit of a different flair to the design. It'll be interesting to see if there's much of a difference so early on. Normally, the more flamboyant and extra flair of the outfits will come out for the finale. That's particularly what happened in Season 1. I wonder if they'll do the same here for Season 3. It depends on how the finale goes, I suppose. And yeah, we have, like I said, we have no Symphogears left. So, Project Ignite, please hurry up, because otherwise we're kind of done for. And Hibiki's in really bad shape after hers as well. The other ones were knocked out and, like, beaten, but they weren't too bad. Hibiki looked pretty messed up. And it was very dramatic with Miku there as well, as the rain came back down. The cloud cover formed back in, the rain came back down, and they retreated. So, yeah, it's not looking good for Hibiki. She definitely seems to be one of the worst hit. I mean, Tsubasa was pretty badly injured as well as Chris. They're all getting it pretty bad, but Hibiki's not having the best of luck right now, considering everything that's going on. But maybe Chris had it worse. I think Chris had it worse overall when you consider the situation she was in with Fine as well. Yeah, I think Chris has probably had it the worst in her entire life up until this point, but you know, they're all getting pretty shafted at the moment, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna load the episode up here once goddamn Anime Pie stops being an idiot. So as per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture and pitching, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture and picture access I do on the channel, which is everything from my current season lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Symphogear here, as we're doing a double this week, and we'll be continuing to do doubles on this show. Next week will be a double. I said this in the last episode, but next week will be a double. Hopefully the week after will be a triple, and then we'll do another triple, and that will get us completely caught up on the series in time for the next season as well. That's my current plan. I may space out some of those like doubles and triples into the week, especially the first of the triples. I might try and space that one out, so we still get 3 episodes that week, but they're not all coming on Tuesday. We'll maybe like have 2 on the Tuesday, 1 at the weekend, or something like that, so along those lines, just to spread it out a little bit and to ease my schedule up a little bit. But we'll see what it's like when we actually get to that point. But here on YouTube, we do time based, so bump left on the screen, you'll see a time of the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. And play say episode, I say episode, we should be in sync. Watch this one on Anime Pahi, since they are the ones that have the D-Truck sub version, which is the version we're continuing to use here for this show. We'll do the same for Season 4 and Season 5. I don't believe D-Truck subs exist for Season 5, so we're going to be using someone else's. I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Still like 4 months away from that ever being a problem. Yeah, Anime Pahi website still being a bit dumb, but we should be good. No logos or anything, straight into the episode. You can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the second of the week's episodes in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, leaving off from the post-credit scene last time. Yeah, let's get her out of there. Yep. Ichibo and Amino Habakiri. And OP, okay. Still curious about the symbols. Obviously they're in reference to our different auto scorers and Carol, but and that's Dying Slave, obviously. So curious about this backstory and why this all kicked off in the first place. I still think there's like a alchemy and relic like clash of ideas there, since the relics are associated with like gods and such. And alchemy is more like magic and science combined. My mind is a mess, I apologize. So I'm going to assume we fixed Maria's as well, since she's fighting with Symphogear. That's not Black Gungnir. I know we still have Kirika and Shirabe's, like, units, but we still haven't really got a good linker solution, so they're not really able to use them, right? Still an amazing shot. Here we go. Yeah, Hibiki's not doing well. That's a drink. Okay. Been a week, okay. Still out, huh? Hmm. Interesting buildings. Nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Solid style solar energy, huh? Eh, a little bit. Mm-hmm. 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 Director of Cabinet Intelligence, okay. Ah. Mm-hmm. It's more complicated than just that. Mm-hmm. Alchemy. Ooh. Is this young Carol? Young Carol and father? Yeah. Exploded meat. Well. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, is it Elf 9? Not Carol. It's Carol's memories, though. That's centuries ago. Jesus Christ, how old is she? Oof. Mm. Why does she not have that memory? Right. Oh boy, all four of them are out. There. Yeah. Taking out the power supply. Yeah, all power. Yeah. Oh boy. Disguise time. Literally the literally the worst disguise. Where are we going? We securing some linker? We're after some linker, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Linker? It's gotta be linker. Oh, really? Too many of them, though. But traditional weapons actually being effective is a huge advantage to us. Here we go. Transformation time. The yo-yo. Love it. Under reverse. Killed you, yeah, I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Nice. There's Miko. Oh, Hibiki. Yeah, from season 2. Is that father leaving? Hmm. Bring that up again. But she awakens. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, they took some linker. Hmm. Had to be linker. Calder's watching. God, all the power supply is being destroyed. Interesting how we got the water scale taking out the hydropower plants. We've got the air gale taking out wind farms. Kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Release of the ley lines? With we're okay, I didn't realize we were that far in. Oh boy. Request? Are they finished? Or are these close to finishing? Yeah. Okay. Gonna get a superb song in this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Holy shit. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the power supplies are all being... Yep. Yep. Hello, hey, Becky. Yeah, they're getting damaged. Oh boy. Yep. It's another gear destroyed. Yeah. Again, for a song to be any use. What's with the use? What use are they getting from their songs? They must be used in some way for the annihilation of the world, or releasing ley lines or something, but what specifically? When they destroy the songs, they must gain something. Oh boy. Very much. I wonder if Miserisa from Full Die was influenced by this character at all. Yep. Yeah. Is this it? Tsubasa Chris, are you gonna come? God, they'll hang us out right here a lot. I think so. Here we go. Okay, the designs are not too dissimilar. Fucking cliffhangers. Fucking cliffhangers. Also, a different song. Pick for the Mercy from the Devil in Hell. Wow, okay. Yeah. People are such a pain in the neck. That's the most true lyric I think I've heard in Symphogear. I like this song a lot. God damn it, Symphogear, for having another cliffhanger. Like, god damn you. God damn you for having that cliffhanger. God damn you, Symphogear. Ah, that was a good episode. Alright, we have our new Symphogear armor. We don't get to see it in action yet. We get to see it next time with the episode Drawn Blade, but... But we lost Shirobei and Kirika's relics as well. Well, are the relics completely gone? Because, like, especially with Hibiki, Kirika, and Shirobei, theirs were much more direct hits. When it came to Chris and Tsubasa, it was damage, and then they all started to disintegrate, and then it fell apart. With the other three, it was very much a direct hit into explode into complete disintegration and very badly injured. Especially with Hibiki. So I wonder if theirs is further from repair than Tsubasa and Chris's, because now that we know Project Ignite works, and we have two of our Symphogear users back, I wonder if we can still get the other three back. And if we can get the other three back, we can also repair the other one that Maria has from What's-Her-Face. Was it Serena? Was that her name? I just want to make sure I get that right. I think it was Serena. Yeah, Serena. And whatever relic she had. What relic did she have? I forget what this name was. They've mentioned it before, because she mentioned it when she was, like, mentioning how power never truly was hers when it came to the Black Gungnir, and then the one before it. I can't remember if it began with an I or not. I can't remember what the name of it was. It was mentioned in either this episode or last episode, I forget. But yeah, I wonder if they're going to be able to fix that one that Serena had. And therefore that becomes Maria's new power. And maybe she can find that to be her power, or share, or find that to be her and Serena's power in that. Maybe that'll be for Maria, because Maria definitely has the white armor in the OP and such. I'm going to guess that's probably that relic, if I had to guess. But I guess we'll see which way they end up going with that. Anything more I needed to mention? Yeah, why? Okay, so if Elf 9 has Carol's memories, including of her father, and the traumatic experience that we're to assume led Carol into wanting to go down this path, why does she remember events differently than what Elf 9 does? Because it's clear the father didn't say anything about getting revenge. He said just to live on and live your life and explore the world, embrace the world. He didn't say to destroy the world, unless there's a Japanese wordplay there that I'm missing based on the lines we've been given. But it's possible Carol's memories are altered in some way. Like, either she misremembers them, someone else is I don't think there's going to be another baddie that's manipulating us, though. That doesn't seem like something this show would necessarily do. Again, I'm drawn to the idea of relics versus alchemy. Maybe back then there was a conflict of interest between the two. That's the only thing I can really think of. Because the people that killed them did seem... They seemed kind of cultish, but they also seem like you could see some religious influence maybe in the way the robes were. Maybe. I want to explore more of that, but I don't think we're going to be doing that anytime soon. And it looks like Carol's grand plan is already starting to kick in based on based on what's happening here with the ley lines and such. But again, they want the songs of Symphogear users. They're specifically targeting that and are after that, so I can only assume they're using them as maybe like a fuel source for the annihilation of the world, or to activate ley lines, or something with that mindset. And that kind of answers why they're not just removing them. They just want the Symphogear's songs, the memories, the emotions, the feelings of those songs to somehow fuel what they're doing. Maybe they'll go into more detail, maybe not next week, but as we get closer to the end of this show and the climactic final moments of it. So I guess we'll see where things are going. I did see some people mentioning how, like, GX is often, and it seems to be a common thing, is like GX is definitely seen as like the least favorite of people's series. I don't know how I feel about that just yet. I love season 1. I very, very, very much enjoyed season 2. I think I enjoyed season 2 more than 1. Although I really wish Fine was a more prominent part of the series. Like, in a way, I know very early on, when I was first watching Symphogear in season 1, and they mentioned the idea of Fine being able to resurrect, I really, really did. I said I would be disappointed if all 5 seasons came back to her in some way. But I'm actually disappointed that we don't have Fine as an antagonist up now. Unless somehow she makes a miraculous recovery from her soul being destroyed by Kirika, right? Because it was Kirika's, like, attack that ended up doing that, right? Unless she somehow makes a miraculous recovery and, like, surprise reappearance, I actually am slightly disappointed we won't have Fine as a part of the series, overall. I would have liked to have had another storyline with her in it. Maybe her influence will be exacted in it in some way, and we still have a lot of what Ryoko said at the beginning of season, well, in the middle of season 1, that I'm going to try and pay attention to at some point. I'll go back and maybe find that episode and start looking at those terms again, see if any of them show up this season. I don't know if they're going to show up this season, or next season, or maybe even season 5, I don't know. But I guess we'll see. I really like the idea of the auto-scorers. I really like their designs, I really like their influence. I love the idea of alchemy. I like the idea of the alkanoids and the changingness of them. Yeah, so far I couldn't tell you which of these seasons is my favorite, really. I love them all for different reasons, really. I love each of the seasons for their own separate things, so depending on how the rest of this, like I said, we're not even halfway through this third season. Depending on how that goes, I guess it'll influence how I feel overall. I still haven't actually ranked Symphogear G in my seasonal rankings, so I need to actually do that at some point. I'll get that season ranking video out sooner or later, maybe. When I find time, which is impossible. But yeah. I just wanted to mention that since it's something that I've been thinking about recently. Yeah, I'm interested to see how these Symphogears go. I'm glad we're starting to get more of the duet songs. That was something I said last season that I really, really enjoyed and I wanted to see more of. Glad we're starting to get some more of these duets and ultimately group songs hopefully in the future as well. I imagine with the final fight of the season, if it's anything like the final screenshot of the OP, which I still think is one of the best shots of Symphogear ever, hopefully we'll get even more opportunities for those types of songs. So anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episodes. We'll be doing another double next week, as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 lineup you can find out on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.